Hey! Happy Tuesday. But feels like a Monday. Probably because of the holiday. I hope you have a great 4th. Mine was long. Very long. 4 a.m. to 10 long. 10 p.m. But even though I'm tired, we got trophies to earn. So we're going to get to it. We are almost, I want to say almost at the end of this playthrough. Well, we still have another one to go. But, no problem. Let me just get set up. There we go. We just finished a major story quest, main story quest. We sent Alva back to the base. She's from the Quen. The Quen are people who feel they are direct descendants of Ted Faro. And it's their destiny or purpose to go through data of the old world. So that is where we're at. I've been fooling around with the audio levels, so I've been rewatching streams and adjusting them on the fly or on the next stream. So definitely let me know your feedback so I can get it right. Okay, so we got that Tallneck. I think what we were going to do is just head back to the base. That's going to queue up probably some side quests related to trophies. Hopefully we can get Kotallo his arm, and I think there's a side quest trophy related to Alva. Because she specifically needs to get some piece of data back to her tribe. That is her purpose. So we're going to help her with that.
But stars can also be suns? That makes no sense. There she is. I hear you found thieves. How was it?
Maniacs,
Scary.
lava. What's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Omega
Good thing
clearance.
I got my gear ready then.
Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I don't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine.
Easy
Going.
update.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons,
I'll give you the heads up.
Oh, nice. Let's talk to. Oh, that's Alva. All right. So just asked so nicely.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varro gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alva.
She likes data.
I also wanted to give you this. for helping with the land gods. Plainsong is in your debt.
Thank you, Zal.
What did we get?
You deserve much more for all you've done. May the land always bloom in your steps.
And yours? How'd it go with the chorus after we fixed the land gods?
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the mend. I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head. But of course they had no choice but to take it as good news, even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom was exposed as rot. To be honest, I found the conversation to be highly enjoyable.
I'm glad
That's a polite way of saying, feels good to say I told you so.
that you never gave up on saving them. How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some
I like
sort of
me some green
scented
tea.
wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes. It's been humbling to know that the seeds I carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. Gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it did before.
Nice.
I'm-
I'll talk to you later.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
All right, Varl, your turn.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Gwen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right.
It's funny how she makes comments like that even after she already knows the answer by other of our friends telling us.
Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
Seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom.
Oh boy. I've been talking to Zoe too much.
I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
Of course she
I'm
did.
glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging thunderjaws.
Better them than us. For once.
I don't quite understand the plan of creating more machines to fight when
I should go.
machines are the problem for them.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
I thought the plan was to find a way to take down their shields. Like, why create more Thunderjaws? Alright, Alva's over there. I want to talk to Kotallo. He should be over here. There we go. See if we can make his arm.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Yeah, but I want you to have another arm.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
I do. Let's discuss it. But I want updates
Have
first.
you spoken with Alva?
Quinn is peculiar. Nothing like a Tanakh. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
She's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up.
So it's interesting that they have all this data here and Alva's all exposed to it now. The Quen kind of had this glorification of Ted Faro, thinking he was the one who saved the world. Good thing Alva's here. She seems to be on our side.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regala's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
He wants to fight.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
And I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
We'll be doing that first.
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
See you soon, buddy.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regala's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten guide your way.
Oh, we've been there before. We know how to get there. Ooh. Free loot. Did I get plants? Put plants in my room.
Are you sure that's what the data said?
Pouch upgrades. I don't care about bolts. Still need some fish. Tripwire research. Oh, I have to create a job for this one. Spike, bomb, shutter, potion. Here it is. We just need one salmon bone. Oh, we can upgrade this. And then Rollerback, Tide Ripper, which we fought recently. But the Apex Behemoth, I don't think we fought one of those before. So we would be able to get it to level 2, which is 3332. Where are we at? A little bit better, actually. So 662. We only have one empty weave slot, so we would expose ourselves to frost or shock, but everything else would be pretty much upgraded. Except for plasma. So how would... I guess we can do an average, right? So... Or a total value score. So the first two is 62, 68... 74, 72, 78, 84, 130. So total amount of resistance points is 130 with the level 4. And with the level 2, would be at 30, 72, 101, 90, 117. Okay, yeah, no. Or not be good. Okay. Good thing. Alright, let's talk to Alva. And then we'll go meet Kotallo. she's gonna freak.
Aloy,
Right to work, I see.
there's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing. And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late Seal. And there's more ancestors out there. Returned from beyond the stars.
They're the bad guys.
Trying to kill us, which is not great. And Arethusa is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
Oh boy. Alright, this is gonna take a minute.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy.
Yeah.
And many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire.
Yeah, how convenient.
Like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
Wonder how much of that goes on in real life.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners, peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family, unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, let's talk about this jerk.
Explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the Seal. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Farrow, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Farrow, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire, the living embodiment of Ted Farrow, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door. And more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like he was trying to find a
When
solution.
it comes to the legacy, I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principal diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
Can you call it truth, though, when you twist and mold it to your benefit? I don't quite...
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
Sounds like the CEO. How's he any different?
The ancestors. Is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek. Until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
Right.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person.
Oh, right. Beta.
I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
You are not wrong.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover? With this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the overseers would actually let us study.
So is that not really a focus? Was that just like a piece of armor that protects the focus? I was thinking the triangular part was the focus, and because it's a past model, it's bigger.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I wouldn't count on it.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector.
Yeah, they're all
Information
twisted.
related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, that's what happens when you close off the truth
If
to
only
certain
our
minds.
overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't recovered.
I need to get going, but if you need anything,
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
All right. Let's go help Kotallo. I think it's this one. Yeah. Long journey. Oh, is there a charger site nearby? Perfect. And drop this claw strider.
Save the extra stock for later.
You didn't have to swim. How about we go for a ride? Don't worry. Yay. It would be nice if,
This is where
you know, if I override,
has to test out his new
or have it at least be in the skill tree,
Not sure what he's planning.
if I override a similar machine, the other machines will at least not panic.
Hey, Kotallo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Where's your norm?
Now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
Well, can I hide? I'm right next to you.
All right, talk to me, Kotallo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time.
A stalker?
Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
Nice.
After you.
How come you only have 3 fingers and a thumb?
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Alright, well, first let's look at what we're doing here. Oh, it's not a, it's a scorcher. That's different.
Should hit it with frost ammo.
Yeah, I agree, Aloy. Right, you're gonna help? You're gonna want to test out that new arm.
Just do not throw right.
Oh, it's a weapon. Yeah. What the hell is this? I like it. I assume that's its heart.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Are you taking it on and
I'm
off?
taking it off.
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it. But the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks.
And that's why Kotallo is my
Do
favorite.
this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The Ten be with you, Aloy.
Very impressive and very... I don't know, I can't think of another word, just proud really for Kotallo. To have lost an arm and go through that struggle. And finally get a replacement. And he has the mentality and the mental strength to only use it when he needs it. And not letting it become a part of him. I like that. Okay, so we got that trophy. Sweet. I believe there's one more side quest related to trophies, and that's with Alva, which it seems we're going to have to do as we progress further. So let's head back to the base, and I think we need to talk to Gaia. And we'll work on the Hephaestus trapping. Did we ever figure out what we got? Maybe it's this. Is this what we got from Zoe? We have Silent Strike, gain, Silent Strike heal, smoke bomb capacity. Yeah, no, I still like this one. It fits my playstyle. Wow, nice, plus 15%. Sorry, I want to see if Kotallo had anything to say.
Yeah. They burned it to the ground.
Oh, Alva has something else to say.
But they helped bring part of it back in Sobek time.
That's good. There he is. There's nothing to say. Okay. I wonder why Alva has something to say.
showed me the schematics for
Oh,
his new
okay,
arm.
that's why.
I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
I think they need a new leader,
Somebody
Alva.
As they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
I think you need to be that leader.
I should head out.
Right. I'll continue my research.
Alright, let's talk to Gaia. Oh, we have 8 skill points? Didn't realize we got that many. So we got the Corruptor, we got the Thundershot, we got the Scorcher. So we're down to 4. Nice. I assume this is another machine just like this Spectre. Not sure. Oh, I did remember though. Was it this one, the Slaughter Spine? There was one we found over in San Francisco that we didn't kill. It might be the Slaughter Spine. I think every other one we took out. So if that trophy doesn't pop, then we know that we'll have to do that. 6 more drones. Where are we in terms of progression? 55? There's still an unknown. I wonder what that unknown activity is.
Drone's reconnected now.
I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
35 hours?
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths.
Whole day and a half.
2 cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5
Wow.
hours.
Okay. Laurel, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Oh boy. Come on, Beta, we're so close. Oh yeah, let me spend those skill points. We were working on Infiltrator, I believe. no, we got all those. Machine Master. Okay, 4 more. Definitely grab this one. Lasting override. Increase the amount of time the machine remains overridden. Deal more damage while on the mount. Deal more damage while on the mount. Alright, let's grab this one first. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty cool. Powered by movement, special deal more damage to machine components and weak spots. Oh, that's effective. 50% chance. 85. I've been relying so much on one Valor Surge. I guess I didn't take the time to even see. Actually, it's based on the damage going energy shield. Is it just that one? No, there's another one. That's a potion. This is the one I've been using. Number of power shots. Bolster resolve and deal more damage for a certain number of shots. So I only get 5 shots. The weakness to the parts, how long is that for? For 15 seconds. Oh, is that specifically shock though? I didn't realize that was only... Yeah, I don't use traps. Potential power to deal more damage with melee attacks for a limited time. But it doesn't really say how long. If this is for a longer period of time, I'd rather have this than just the 5. I didn't realize it was just 5. Alright, let's go find Beta. But it seems like we're going to come to a point where we're going to be maxed out anyway in the skill tree.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way.
It's not a good way to start the conversation.
It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. My slave. Forever.
I think it's time to be compassionate here, Aloy.
Laurel and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid.
It reduces it by 32 hours.
You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless.
So why are you here then?
Beta. Leave me alone. You don't understand. You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that?
No.
I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
Oh. She was forced to pick and choose at an early age. She had no choice, and she kind of just learned to survive. Or she had rust. Yeah, there we go.
Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What if you feel it? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way.
There's no other way, Aloy. I mean, there is, but
I'll go.
it's 32 hours longer.
You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. You have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise.
That's a tough promise to make, Aloy.
I can use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Where is this quest? Oh, must be on the way to Gaia.
Do you like hearing me?
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
Eavesdropping, were you?
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
And what about Kotallo?
Ah, now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. Still did it. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get emotional.
I should go.
Same here. I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
I love the facial expressions. I don't know, I picked it up late in the game maybe, but some of the characters' facial expressions, like when their dialogue is over, it's funny.
Aloy, are you well?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's better now, though.
I'm not surprised.
Really? Why not?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Ah. Well, at least I avoided that. You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best.
I love this guy.
Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tallnecks. I am always ready.
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping I would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. I should go get ready.
I await your orders.
Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
News travels fast.
There's only 5 of
It
you.
wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them, as the Utaru say.
Makes sense.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from her ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I should go.
As soon as you intend to leave for Gemini,
You'll hear about it.
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a, lively conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny.
Oh man.
You were right, you know, about keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with...
Why does he talk like that?
How does everyone seem
He
to...
just sounds so silly sometimes.
But ready. I heard Kotallo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they are needed.
Like I said, just in case.
Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
What about
What
Zoe?
could happen? It's you. What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
Good question.
I hope she'll come with me,
No.
at least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. I'm glad you're coming with me, Vol.
Sure there's no urge to run off alone in there somewhere?
No more running.
Alright, is that everybody? Is it time to talk to Gaia? Oh no, the quest is for her.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Is everything all right? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not
No.
anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. So seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had. And she was happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime.
Was she actually singing?
Maybe.
I thought she was referring to something else.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons,
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotallo. You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
what kind of advice?
He,
I told me to run.
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough. Any more data catch your eye?
He told me to run.
I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. It must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me is curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
I don't know if I agree.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway. If we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin.
So this is that quest I was referring to.
Okay. So where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
I should go. Make sure you talk to Gaia if you have any questions about the pulse generators.
May your path lead to truth.
Everyone has their closing goodbye statement.
Like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
Forbidden Legacy.
Hello again, Aloy.
Hello.
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta. Guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini?
Yes.
Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as 2 miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia. So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided, water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well,
You'd think it would have a longer effect.
soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Errand has asked on numerous occasions of the parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Kotallo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
How's Alva settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons. So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your alpha clearance.
Which is why I got Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
I assume that's a boss.
How long will that take?
Because the work will be split between you and Beta, it will take approximately 4.5 hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's go.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Oh wow, we're already there? I thought for sure I'd have to go through it.
All right, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right?
In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected in area escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
Uh-oh.
It's cracked.
Look!
Engage. Autonomous defenses. Directive. Neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come!
We're all still
Okay.
here. Protect Beta.
Got it!
Protect
Be
Beta.
careful.
That's it? What is this? A behemoth and a ravager.
Oh, we're safe, Aloy.
Great.
Are you alright? Get back! Over here, you!
Nah. There you go.
Aloy! Get a hand over here!
I'm gonna save my Valor Surge for the behemoth.
Stay back!
He's down.
Get back! Over here, you! Aloy, get a hand over here!
Dude, shut up. Oh,
Draw it away
Why don't I have other potions while they're there?
Get back!
That's all of them for now. You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape.
Alright, so it wants me to pursue. He's still trapped. Might as well pick up these.
I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Alright, I'm gonna take a second to use a quick bathroom break. Let's get back to it.
No, you don't, Hephaestus! I'll find another way over.
I guess we're gonna glide over there.
Things holding up?
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber.
Oh boy.
Festus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Looks big.
That doesn't sound good. Machines are making a beeline for another chamber.
Oh boy.
Follow them. I gotta find a way past this shield.
So it looks like we have to go up.
I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to
The power node. I think that could work.
I think it could. There's an opening at the top of the shield.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks. I should take these machines first.
Oh, what the hell hit me? That didn't kill it? There we go. Is it just one? Sounds like there's another one. Okay.
Oh, great. The machine's on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
It's gonna blow. There it is. Put the other one on fire too. What happened? I'm blind and deaf. Another one. Damn it.
You got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
Extraction.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
One more.
Energy containment ring safe.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it can
Great.
run on that.
Let's just cover the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
Yeah.
Guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think...
They're just saying a bunch of fancy words.
I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
And go.
Just a little longer. Alright. I need to draw Hephaestus out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it.
No, stop moving.
My focus display's distorted.
Hey, don't worry, we're okay. Yeah. Can I get back up there? No. Same, we have Pulse plasma. We could probably use the new. Even though I don't use the pulse blaster all that much. Oh no, that actually we should use on that on this one. Yeah. And what else can we do? Reload speed, draw speed. Okay. What else do we have equipped? Alright, just this one. I think I actually needed one of those. Oh, so we got the behemoth, then we only need 3. So 2 more, and then I'm assuming the final mission. Okay. Where are the machines? Oh, there it is.
My focus is jammed.
Oh, wait. There we go. Way off anyway. Who are you trying to hit? Hit that one. There you go. I thought there was another machine. Unless that was just the pulse from the thing they dropped down. Yeah, I figured that would be the case.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
Where are they? I want to try to hit them from the air. Oh, there they are. Oh no, search. What's behind that? Grimhorn. Jeez. If you just stop jumping for a second. Not what I wanted to hit you with. I feel like I'm trapped. I feel like I'm trapped. Oh my gosh, get the flamethrower out of here.
Okay, better.
Oh, come on. Alright, that should take care of those two. Oh, he's down too? Nice. Alright, let's freeze him and finish him off. I can also try to remove the weapon. He's almost dead.
That's all.
There. Node access restored. Now you can override it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Oh wow, that was an abundant one. Alright, did I miss any more loot before I... Yep. That was silly.
Okay. Festus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine that Festus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. Almost done with the core repair. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No,
I'm just trying right by that.
okay? Only machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
The slaughter spine. Oh, here's our chance to kill it. We don't have to go all the way back to 45.
Things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up.
Alright, it's weakened against ice. Perfect. Come on, hurry up. music is almost at its climax. That'll be a good time for this.
Finish charging. It's covered in plasma.
Oh boy. 800 though. It's already half dead. More than half dead, actually. Trying to figure out where the best place to hit it. The head is nice. How'd that hit me? That's what I get for trying something new.
It's charging up again.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just not doing the trick. Oh. We'll freeze it. So close. There it is. And that's all combat machines.
You did it! There should be one more note to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
We're at 45. Oh, there's some nice nice weaves there too in coils.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you,
Great.
Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Laurel. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Takes a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. I think I have plenty of medicinal berries. 957 in the stash.
Aloy, the core is stable.
Let's see if we can get this guy.
Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
What's that? Oh, they're getting rid of the malicious data.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
My controller's just going crazy right now. I want to put it down, but you're gonna hear tons of vibration.
Aloy! Look!
Oh, does that mean we get to override a flying mount? Uh-oh. Wow, that just missed.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time.
Uh-oh. That.
Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Oh no. Are they gonna kill Varl? Good thinking, Varl. He's gonna get up, don't just stand there.
Ooh!
Get behind me.
Oh no, Varl's gonna die.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Varl's gonna die.
Now we're having fun, right?
Oh! Yep. You promised her.
Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport.
You promised her you would take her out. She does not want to be enslaved.
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her!
What?
I can't even see her!
One in the Zenith helped us? That was the one we read about. Varl.
Beta.
You screamed Beta's name? Varl just got stabbed in the... Oh, okay, there you go. Where are you?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs.
What
When you're ready,
cobwebs?
take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Food, okay. A little bit of a weird response after everything that has happened. Well, shit, that was an eventful
Why did Tilda bring me here?
cutscene. They didn't necessarily show that Varl was dead.
was all this for? Some kind of survival bunker? What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take
Oh,
a
wow.
look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art.
Isn't
The
there
insight we might gain.
a part missing to this one? A lot of weight on his shoulders. I don't see anything.
Stunning, isn't it? Paintings were the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Von Vianen's lidded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form.
Ooh.
Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Von Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
What is wrong with her face?
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
Pulling out her own hair. It's hard to watch her suffer.
Okay, that's enough art. I want to know what's going on. Yes.
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment.
Was I supposed to look at all the art? I bet it's not truly her. Oh, is it? Okay. I was just thought she was gonna be a hologram or
How
something.
did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
Got some scrambled eggs, some toast, potatoes.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, and the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
An apple? Okay, I'll
After
have an
everything
apple.
your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply. This.
My old focus. You repaired it? That means you've seen.
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close.
So they actually did live for 1,000 years.
I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down.
Oh no, I didn't see it right. There's some muffins in there. Looks like some bread.
There. That's better.
Brown pears.
We must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere.
Yes. And you're gonna want to take it for
Remaking
yourselves.
This world to specifications that would only suit us humans. This process will forever be He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours
Silence.
has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
He's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tallnecks capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take that way. I told you I want to help you.
Seems too good to be true. There has to be some catch.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spying.
His focus?
Nice.
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tallnecks rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but However he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it in the Tallnecks army, victory seems to be within his grasp.
I don't know how that's the case. You have weapon. You disarmed me and paralyzed me immediately.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time.
A few?
Of course, for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
I can't tell if there was a gray.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
How do you think she remembers something that occurred 1,000 years ago? I mean, granted, I was little, and I have some memories of when I'm like, 8 or 10. But even if I go back 10 years to in my 20s, I don't think I could remember something with such detail. And she's doing it from 1,000 years in the future.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't. But she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her. I
You haven't taken one bite of your apple. Oh, no, you have. Okay. Alright, so that one's done.
Regala's only interested in killing Kotallo and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tallnecks are cut down outside. What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be.
Yeah, now that there's only one of them, it's going to take much longer.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, Bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Doesn't seem like it.
It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful.
Sounds like it.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy.
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. At the time, I finally figured it out. The walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted this to come, but she had no complaints as she loved.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were. Certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultified, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tallnecks. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
Looks impossible. Look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tallnecks survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it.
She can open it with just a wave of her hands.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Gala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait.
Give me your shield.
Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tallnecks.
Ooh, what's that?
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When.
Whoa.
Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Fire won't do much.
Where am I? Oh. This was the place that I thought would require another Tallneck. All of the makings of the next big thing, a much ballyhooed acquisition from an art historian turned technologist, no less, bleeding edge science and a great narrative to boot. The application was called YCITT, after young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery. By creating perfect holographic scans of individual layers of painting and comparing them to a vast library of artistic works, it was able to identify fakes with an unprecedented level of accuracy. But it was clear to Sterling executive that the program's ability to match and identify patterns had broad applications outside of the art world. As a tool for security, counter-surveillance, or digital authentication, it could prove just as revolutionary as it had it in its intended role, which is why they were willing to sign a 9-figure agreement for it. Wow. Blasting news of the deal to every outlet in the tech media. 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits, recriminations, and accusations of sabotage. So what went wrong? Who was responsible? And most importantly, what happened to the underlying technology, which by all accounts was far more powerful than the vaporware labeled applied by disgraced executives? So that was the data that Tilda was talking about. That she developed that built her fortune.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Just to let you know.
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
How do I get that stuff? Don't fall down. I assume some type of solar panels. Entrance supply box. Metal flower. Oh, that's how I get in.
Bags are giving way. Oh, those. Okay. We have 7. Might as well completely fill up this.
fire and acid, range defense, overdrive damage. So finally, we're gonna have to talk to Silence again. Tilda, Gerard. So he's the one met, and Eric, okay. Still one unknown character. I wonder who that is. That's not Ted Farrow. Missed a few text points from quests. Alright, let's see. Wings of the Ten, that's the one that's gonna get us to fly. That's 3 skill points. That's gonna... Errand quest. Alright, so everything's on hold. Might as well just keep doing the main story. There's a new quest there. This stream has been a lot of dialogue. Oh, is that Varl? Oh, I wonder how Zoe's doing.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey, can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
Where is he?
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... At least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zenith.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
I get this is a cache, but I wish it was also my stash. Because that's one thing I don't see in the base, is a stash.
There's Gwen's stuff in here now. Must be all of us.
Oh no, there is. It's in my room. Okay, good. Sheesh.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tallnecks.
I wanted to check in with you first.
Don't worry about me. I'm just, picking up the pieces like everyone else. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh. Good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I. You'll be okay.
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
I tried to arm wrestle with Kotallo.
His metal arm?
Wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked.
You dummy.
It is.
It's mechanical.
I know you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little longer.
Well, you go do what you gotta do, but are you okay? It's not just Varl we lost. Beta's gone. I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Derval back in the Sundom.
I'm getting her back. That's all that matters.
Understood.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Kotallo tries to take on Regala's entire army by himself. And do me a favor. Don't go disappearing on us again.
I'll do my best.
Let's talk to Alva real quick. And then we'll go talk to Zoe.
You look busy.
My studies are a good distraction, especially after Cult and Gemini. Varl, Beta, Gaia, Gwen. And that's just the beginning. The Zeniths want to rob us of our future, too.
We won't let that happen. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Aaron seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wounds?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Seems like everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
Kotallo more than most. If I were this Regala, I wouldn't want to cross him on the battlefield.
Regala still has a lot of machines on her side.
That's where you come in, I suspect.
If my plan works. So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes. I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tallnecks, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen. But still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly. Tilda, the Zenith that Beta mentioned, she was the one who rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted. I'd be careful if I were you, Aloy.
What was Leviathan again?
I don't know.
It was built, but
yeah.
if we can acquire, then my sick won't have.
We know about that. Okay.
I should get going. Be ready to go and
I won't let you down.
I know. And I haven't forgotten about the data. I'll let you know when I...
Thank you.
So we're gonna do all the main story stuff up until it says, hey, you're about to hit a point of no return. And then we're gonna do all that. Why is it still a...
Hey, do you...
Sure.
Tilda's the one who rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. She was...
Where are the hot...
Alright, we already said that.
I got it.
Why did you still have a question? An exclamation point. One thing before we go see Zoe, where is... This is what I wanted. I want to see if we ended up getting any upgrade. Not that one. Alright, we have an upgrade to the Warrior Bow, Bolt Blaster. That's totally fully upgraded. I need a new blast sling. The rest of the screen stuff I probably should just sell. Okay. I don't really want to spend the resources when I don't use them as much. I rather, just in case the upgrade I need that component for an upgrade on something I do use. So during the New Game Plus run, I'll fine tune all my gear. With the proper upgrades.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant blooms wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us.
Oh, she's pregnant.
I'm with child.
Oh.
I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise. I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me. He always knew. Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. For now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my sphere. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
Oh no. I got enough trouble with Kotallo, always kicking my ass.
Think you can manage things here while I go help Akaro?
Stopping Regala's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your return.
Okay. I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tallnecks. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our targets. We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Erend and Kotallo have fought them before, so...
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills. Erend moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
How's Erend doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regala, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try. Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
This will get us our trophy for overrides as well.
Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
Head up? It's telling me to head down. Stupid GPS.
Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. This will be in my stash when I need it.
That's gonna be so cool.
Got it.
Yes.
I'm in the air.
Yeah. So you can have a land mount and an air mount.
Whoa. Head rush. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of their communication machines you refer to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
Is this going to be the last one? So is that going to be another trophy? Dude, this is awesome. This is so much better.
There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head.
Yeah, how do I do that? Slow down and hover in place. Hold R1 to descend. Hold it. Okay.
Now, how to land this thing?
Right? Oh, you can hit land.
Made it. Okay, Tilda, I've overridden.
There it is.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Tap. Okay.
Whoa! I'm gonna get used to that.
Oh, it just picks us up. Still getting used to like navigating. All right, R1 does up. But if you hold X, then you can kind of tilt up too. I don't know if it really does. Looks like it has us gain altitude. But I don't know if it's just lifting up his neck. Because he kind of levels back out. I might have to hold it there in place.
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now onto the grove. Pulse from the Tallnecks should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any horse I fly to. Pretty useful. Even after I deal with Regala.
Okay. No, this area is still somewhat... I wonder if that's where more story quests will take us, the main story. But this flying on the Sunwing is pretty amazing. We should be able to uncover the rest of the map and even explore and get to places much more efficient instead of climbing. I hope this is maintained in the New Game Plus. We're only 11 trophies away from the platinum.
All right, here we go.
This is pretty awesome.
Regala's inside. Hikaru will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
Oh yeah?
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
It's Aloy! She flies on the wings of the 10. The tide has turned! Push through!
Oh, nice.
End of the line, Hikaru. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
Wait, where's
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
why doesn't Kotallo have his arm?
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Oh, she's badass.
Attention! I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
Yeah. Oh, that's Regala. I couldn't tell when we put the mask down. Oh, she's pretty badass too. Pick up your spear.
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
Wanna play the bow game? Where you be at? No. What if I, I thought I had, yeah, it's just not doing anything.
You're nothing but a tale for children.
Oh yeah, suck on this acid.
This is where it ends.
You've been losing. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it is.
You die here and now. You have some strength to you.
No. It's a pretty tough fight. I'm not gonna like this on ultra hard. Damn it. Come on, Aloy.
This is my strength! Your blade is flat. Your courage rusted. Your body weak.
Dude, she is freaking fast.
I'll split the muscles from your body and hang you from a...
Dang it. Nice little spin move she had. I'm just missing like crazy.
I'll tear that braided head!
I'll take this.
Pretty sure you have some braids yourself there. Where's my food?
The Nora cry tears of salt when they should shed rivers of blood!
Oh, you suck! Come on. Oh, just missed.
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlicks and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate.
What?
I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
I'm having a hard time, so I'm just gonna go with what's honest. This isn't easy.
You led a rebellion that tore a tribe apart. All for bloodlust and revenge. Maybe the only thing you deserve is to die right here. And maybe that fury can be directed at the real enemy.
You want to ally with her? How can you even trust her?
Despite all that she's done, she's never been one to break her word.
Will she give it?
I won't beg for my life. Decide.
I guess I couldn't. That wasn't. Oh. I just wanted to see something real quick. Did that. This one is probably where I'm at. Flew into battle and vanquished Regala. I mean, according to the trophy, I need to, you know, get rid of her. she killed all the... I would lose Kotallo. Here's the... Okay. I'm going to get rid of her, but my reasoning is because I respect Kotallo so much. Letting her live, I think, would be so disrespectful to him.
After all that you've done, I can't let you live.
Finally.
Yes! Kotallo!
Blood for blood.
That was for you. That's for you, buddy.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
Silence? Oh, some Oseram?
He
What?
surrendered to our guards outside the grove.
What's on his mouth?
Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
He can't.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
He's just a messenger. He didn't do anything wrong.
Back at base.
I still don't understand why he didn't have his arm on.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this.
A legendary
Regala's bow.
hunter bow.
May you always strike true.
Legendary hunter bow. Hello, Silence.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tallnecks for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tallneck army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Can she say that?
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Yeah, she didn't give him a chance to say anything. You don't know if he's on board. You don't know if he's coming. You're making an assumption. Okay.
You've added yet another deed to your name. And I'm guessing by the look in your eyes that you're not done yet.
Not quite.
Is there anything we can do? We owe you that much.
After everything you've been through, you're one of the best people to support Hikaru's bid for peace. Not just between the clans, but with the Carja too.
And I will. You have my word.
And until my last breath, I'll make sure the tribe remembers all that you've done for us.
You'll find allies.
Oh, everyone's here.
And so the Wings of the Ten found us when things were at their direst.
I'm not some legend come to life, Chitaka.
That may be, but we will always be in your debt.
Thank you.
Aloy! Aloy! Never doubted you knew how to make an entrance, but that, ooh, that was something else.
Didn't think I'd find you here.
You know, I just thought a battle that'll be sung about for generations wouldn't sound as epic if the Desert Commander were missing.
Okay. Not the quite response I wanted, considering I let you become commander. Okay. Let's see. What's the notebook about? Traversal. Flying. Flying mounts. Okay, what else do you want from the notebook? Oh. Inventory. Sunwing call, okay. Weapons. No! Wow. That damage, though. What do I have on? The Vanguard Hunter Bow. One is 50, 176. Let's see if we can upgrade this. Oh, it's a sharp shot bow. Oh, I don't want that. This lethal bow inflicts extra damage to targets at long range, 30 meters or more. It can be upgraded to improve its rate of fire. Ugh. With a side of ugh. I don't want that. I'll keep it. See if I can mount it at my base. We're gonna do more warrior. Is that alright? So that's all of that. So now we just have these valor upgrades. Alright, let's go. We're gonna stop here. Perfect time to stop. I went a little bit longer than what I wanted, but that's okay. Made some huge progress tonight. Huge progress.
Your enemy is mine.
Alright. So I learned some about the rest of this game and how we have to approach these trophies. So I'm not worried about reaching level 50 because we have New Game Plus. We'll eventually get there. I am assuming this is the last story-driven trophy. This is a side quest about Alva, so we'll do that. This is beating all the rebel camps. That's no problem. That's overtaking the rest of the cores. Finishing the hunting grounds. We have a couple more machines to scan. I think 3, right? 3, yeah. One of them being I assume, given that it's the last one on the list, something at the very end of the game. 2 quests that require flying mount. We have the flying mount, so we can do that now. We already have that unlocked, so we just have to go do it. We actually have the last one. And then this one is defeat the... Okay. Pretty much what I'm showing you is we have cleanup left before beating the rest of the story and getting the Plat. Now, New Game Plus, there's only 3 trophies. 2 are pretty much the same, and then there's 1. So it's recommended by the people who've already done this that you do 2 New Game Plus runs. You do one on easy, you do one on ultra hard, which will get you these 2 trophies here and give you a new currency called champion tokens, which you use to purchase all of the New Game Plus weapons, dyes, and face paints. You need, I forget how much exactly, but it's a lot of champion tokens. And you get the champion tokens through doing main story quests, side quests, basically game content. So they recommend doing 1 playthrough all story on ultra hard, just so you don't have to do the whole thing on ultra hard. I don't know what ultra hard is, or how difficult it is. However, I'm just deciding how much of the game. I don't think I'm going to do the 2 additional playthroughs. I think I'm just going to do the 1. I don't like trophies that require additional playthroughs. I think it's silly. If you want to do difficulty-based trophies, that's fine. Just make it accessible at the beginning of the game and let me play through the whole game how I want to, what difficulty I choose. Or if it's obviously I'll do the higher one if it's a trophy related. That being said, I'm hoping that my gear will be upgraded enough, and I'm wondering if I should do some grinding in my playthrough now to boost my gear to prepare for the New Game Plus, or I'll just end up doing it anyway. We're going to pretty much bypass all the cutscenes or anything that we've done already just to save time, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think in the next stream or 2, we're gonna go for platinum first and leave the New Game Plus after. So I think in the next stream or 2, I'm hoping to get the platinum. Or I think next stream we're gonna finish up all the side stuff, or try to, and then saving just the story for the stream after. That's the plan. And then on the 3rd stream, which should be like next Monday, I would say, we will start New Game Plus. So that's the plan. I had a great night. It was very fun progressing through this game. A lot of story elements. Everything's seeming to come together. It's very interesting, and I'm enjoying the story very much. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys had a great 4th. Good start to your week. Good start to your short week. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.